We've got 8 minutes to go to 8 o'clock here on Morning Barbados. We went to BMEX this weekend. Did you go? I had a blast. I went 2 days of the 4.
I only went 1.
Only 1? Colin, you? None. All right, so don't say a word. But it was fantastic.
It was.
And for each of the sessions...
Well, actually, now that I remember, I went there. I was there before anybody else.
He had the run of the place on Friday. But the fashion was really good again this year. There was one designer who did something called, I call it caution, but she played on the whole theme of road use and
yes.
Did you see that one? It was on Sunday night.
I missed that one.
It was brilliant. Of course, Rihanna's Shut Up and Drive was a song that she drove that fashion design. She was one of the students of the Barbados Community College portfolio program. Well done.
Wasn't there also supposed to be one using the rally?
Yes.
That's probably the one I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one I saw.
Really good.
Yeah, Catherine Roachford accosted me as I was going to the Raj Paul.
Accosted is a strong word.
It is a strong word.
Raj was fantastic too.
But Catherine was very passionate about this competition that she was running. She was letting me know that the competition was about to start on stage, but the sneak previews, because some of the models were actually tiptoeing around the food court, so I got a little sneak preview. And
models around the food court?
You know?
That's sort of like
No. These models ate.
They were beefing up.
These models ate and ate very well. From what I understand, the cuckoo, the ready-made cuckoo was important. The cassava flour.
There was ready-made cuckoo.
There was.
It is so.
I know. It was so.
The lady tried to get me to try some. The lady tried to get me
that's progress, I guess.
To try some. And you know, for people who want to keep authentic and still have a little speed of yes, our director is asking if it was in a plastic container. Yes, it was.
So it's already turned?
Done, everything finished.
But to me, that's the thing of cuckoo.
You just put water? What?
No, that's different from this. That's different from the booster.
You just open it
in the oven, the microwave.
in the oven.
It's there.
Oh my goodness! Ready-made cuckoo.
Fast to go.
Cuckoo is
the world is coming to an end.
If my mother's elbow grease was
called Mr. Camping.
Camping said so.
The world is coming. He was right.
Katrina. Speaking of camping.
What happened to camping, Colin?
Oh yes, Mr. Camping suffered a stroke.
Called camping. Go ahead.
Can you imagine that Mr. Camping suffered a stroke, and apparently he had no prior warning? You would think the man who knows when the world... Well, I use that guardedly because he's had 3 predictions so far. But the man who knows when the world is going to come to an end didn't know that a stroke was
coming. No equation for
I mean, generally we don't want to make fun of people's, misfortune, but apparently though, the spokespeople are saying that he's doing well, and that's all they're going to say. So.
Okay.
So
he'll live to see another day.
But I think that's, for some people that could be like, interpreted as God saying, you know what, you're talking a little too much now.
Leave the prophesying to
you understand?
Because no one knows when I am coming.
Oh dear.
But back to BMEX for just a second.
Back to BMEX. Pearson,
you came across some other interesting pieces.
My mind is boggled. I was around. I don't know if we can zoom in on these. These are earrings, which is pretty bog standard. Us ladies wear them all the time.
Oh, okay.
But what makes them interesting? They're from Angelique Custom Creations. These are made out of recycled magazine pages. What she's done is treated them, cut them in a very kind of oblong triangle, and wrapped them.
Oblong triangle.
Yeah, don't ask. Don't ask. The point is, it's a papier-mâché kind of, and she's wrapped it around a stencil and dipped it in a treatment. These earrings are from, I can actually see the word motion somewhere along there. They're taken from a glossy magazine. And there's an entire line from Angelique. One of the lines is called Makosa. She works in copper and silver. And then there's the signature collection.
She's getting that copper legally.
Yes, I believe she is. I believe she is.
Just teasing, Angelique.
But Angelique has also...
You know what, Pearson?
Yes.
You can sit next to a lady and have a good read.
But she doesn't also...
Did you bring the newspaper today?
Yes, well, she also does it out of cans. Those of you who enjoy the LLB beverage, she's made interesting necklaces and earrings out of that, all out of recycling, out of recycled paper.
So she's going green.
Thank you so much. Pearson sniffing my candle.
Don't say it like that.
Pearson sniffing my candle, but that candle has special significance for me, so I wanted
to... You're a sniffer back.
Because you were given your own.
People touchy about the candle?
They are. I am very touchy about my candles, especially this candle.
May I touch it?
Especially this candle. It was made by a group called First Base. It is a vanilla bean flavored candle. And while scented candles are no longer a niche market, this one really touched my heart. First Base is a group that allows people with learning disabilities to make, we featured them on Morning Barbados before. So these candles were actually made by people with learning disabilities, and some of the folk were actually there on the floor being encouraged to interact with customers, to sell their products, to set up the displays. So when I found out that this was who they were, I bought 4. So this is the one.
Only 4?
Only 4.
For the 4 corners.
For the 4 corners.
Yes.
But a big props to First Base, doing great things. So thank you. This candle will take pride of place.
Yeah, big props to the people who are actually supporting it too. Because sometimes, we call on our corporate Barbados and ask them why they're not doing more.
Right.
And I know that there's one particular bank that has invested a lot of money. Also the Anglican Church, I think, who gave them the facilities to operate from.
You see this one that's on your screen now, Bajan Balms?
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
This sachet
Oh, boy.
is heavenly.
Oh, boy.
Fantastic.
Is heavenly.
It's endorsed by all 3 people around.
telling you.
We all
Bajan
have
Balms.
these sachets hanging. There are sachets to scent your clothing, or you can rest them in your linen cupboards. A huge thank you again to Sharon Roach, who has been on the program before, Colin.
Where do you use yours? Yes, sir.
So we have
I'll tell you off air.
Ponderosa is one fragrance, and this other one is Simon Says. I'm leaving the 2 of them jokers this morning, but I could not possibly wrap up our discussion, gentlemen. Sorry to hog it without.
Sorry.
I don't know if the camera can take a look at my earrings this morning. I've
Look,
deliberately worn them as a tribute to a young lady named Aziza. I'm keeping very still, so you can take a look. There you go. These earrings.
They're lovely though.
Turn, he says?
Yes.
There's the other one. These
Nice.
earrings were custom made for me by Aziza and Authentic Jewelry. It's called Azifos Creations. Now I went to the booth, which was right next to the First Base booth. I said, I love these earrings, but I'd prefer a different stone. She says, we can make you another one. And in 20 minutes, she had made me a new pair of earrings.
Wow.
And had assured me that if
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
That's shorter than it would take to do your hair.
I don't.
I would buy earrings any day. I would go with you to buy earrings.
We're so.
Indeed so. And we really are happy, which is what we do every day, really, to promote locally created creativity, really. And we've been happy to be able to promote local business.
Most definitely.
And we can help you too, for sure.
Cheapside Market up.